Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're having a fabulous day here today. Today, we got something very important to talk about because a lot of people keep asking me the question, so I thought I'd finally answer it. First, I made a video where I already talked about the SSR Plus wish list and who you really want to go and put on that wish list, but I never really made a video for who to put on the standard wish list, which is this one right here. This wish list is very powerful, and it is something that if you are a new player to the game and you're not really focusing, like if you're just looking at like waifu or a character you really like and you're not fully focusing properly, you're probably making a huge mistake because there are some characters that you really want to get in order to progress because they are big carries. And today, I thought I'd talk about that. Let's go through it. Let's have some fun. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out massively. Let's get into it. So, first thing, if we're looking at the aspect of this game, let's go and unslot every character here, or delist them, whatever you want to say. First, there are many different categories, there are many different things. If we were to look at the category of light, there is a lot of characters in here, some that are crucially powerful. Look at the dark category, looking a little bit more dead in comparison, a little bit less of the character roster here, but still very powerful. Red roster is on par with that of the purple roster. The blue roster, well, it's a little bit less, and then the green roster, well, it's even less. So right now, let's start with the yellow roster. Now, in this roster, there are two characters, in my opinion, that are must picks. That being this character over here, Yun or Yiwa, how you want to say it. Very strong character. If you were to look at the best character in the game, I would actually say that she kind of is one. For me, she is doing wonders. Let me tell you now. She is very like SSR, best SSR. Calm down, best SSR. Let me make my statements correct here because someone's gonna be like, dude, he's wrong there. No. Best SSR, one of them, 100%, a very powerful character and very good. Now, for the carry slot, you have to look at it as this aspect. In these sort of team comps, you will always have one carry unit and maybe a sub carry unit. That's what you kind of look at, right? You have this character being the main carry unit, but there are other elements, for example, the red element, that will grant you this character. And this character is also very good and a very wonderful carry unit through everything. Now, you want to look at other elements also, right? You have purple. I wouldn't say that she really is the carry unit of the century, but she is damn freaking good. She is a very strong character, and I'm telling you, purple is about to make greatness. I'm telling you, we just need one carry unit to flop into this thing, and boom, we're good to go. I'm telling you now, purple has so much potential because let me tell you, you have this character over here, you have this character over here. Both these characters together are insanely powerful. First, this character being Agero, right? He actually buffs the element itself by 16% at level 1, which is very powerful. I think it scales up to like 30% or something like that. So first, that's the case. He also has a disable effect, which is very strong also. So he has a lot in his kit. He's a very strong character. Highly recommend if you were to like run purple team, you kind of want him on there 100%, because if you were to look at it, purple team can get very powerful. Yeah, we have our assassin character, we have this, we just need a carry character and we're good to go, right? People are saying like, oh, Indoors is my carry character, but again, if you're looking at the purple element, you can make some things work here. This is a very powerful element, and it's getting there. We just need another character, and this slot can be very much filled out, right? But on the yellow element, if you were to look at it, I would say that these are two characters you must wish list. Like, Bomb is an outstanding support character for just any team entirely, but together on the yellow team for these two characters, like, you know, hand in hand, they do very good, right? There's also Vespa being a very powerful yellow character as a tank, but again, it depends on who you kind of want to go for, right? If you already kind of have, you know, Data Mass and Zahard, why would you actually go and put Vespa on there? Because, you know, you already have your basic two tanks, and those tanks are very powerful. Depends on who you want to use out of the two, but they are very powerful tanks. But again, if you want to go in like wishlist Vespa, Vespa can really do good work there. So if you were to look at the yellow element, I think this is pretty much good. Again, Hats is a very strong character too. If you wanted to use him instead of Yun, you can definitely do that. Or if you wanted to sort of form a team with, you know, Hats and Yun, you can do that too. But Hats is there. Depends if you want to wishlist the character, that is definitely there. But again, in the future of the game, you definitely want to focus on building multiple characters. So realize that now, that's the kind of case. So beyond this aspect of it, you also have now Kisia, a new character who got added in, and then you have Agero, who are very strong characters. If you plan on running purple team in the future, definitely you want to kind of slot these two in because they have potential for the game for a very long time. First off, again, like a character like this and a character like this, these are two, you know, support characters. This character buffs red element attack damage, which is very powerful, right? 12% of attack right then and there. This character buffs just, I think, also attack. So you have two very powerful support characters on each element. They're stuck to the element. So if you're running that element team, you want to go and wishlist these characters, right? Again, on the carry unit side of things, the two best carries in the game have to be these two characters, in my opinion. I think that Hua is a very strong character. So if I want to run a sort of team like this, and I still think that including Bomb into any list is just too freaking good, because he is a very, 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 very powerful support character, and supports have a long life in this game because they can be flexible, they can run on any team, and yes, DPS can scale very good where you have a different DPS character who does better than any other DPS character, but getting another support character is kind of hard because, you know, we only have really a few in the game, so you need some really broken ones to really overshadow the ones we have, right? So for now, I would definitely say that this looks like a very optimal pick. On the green element, I really wouldn't say anything needs to be slotted in. I just personally think so. On the blue element, I also don't think anything really needs to be slotted in. Yes, there's some good characters here. Yes, you have Hatsling. Yes, you have a few others. But really, I think you could stick to this, right? So on this element, if you were to complete your like red team, because you want to build multiple teams, that's going to happen. So you have this character being one team theoretically if you're putting it on. You can also just throw this character on, which will do very good for buffing your Hua if you're running Hua also, if you're chasing those sort of dupes. But again, you also have this, and you also have Kisia, right? Both characters also freaking exist, and they all are powerful. That is the funniest thing. We're at a point in this game where there's also the fact that we don't know what's next. Right next, we know that is going to be Ron, right? A blue character who looks very powerful, who kind of has everything that looks powerful about it. But, you know, what are we running on that aspect? Yes? So if we're full committing to red team, we want to invest into red team. If we're full committing into like yellow team, and we're like, you know what? I'd rather throw on Vest because I don't have Data Zahard, because I don't have this. This would be a perfectly functioning formation. For the fourth slot, you can look at, again, do I want to buff purple team later on? Do I want Kisia, a very good assassin character? More so, she wants to run on a purple team because she actually buffs off of that. You also have the aspect of looking at characters like Endorsi. Endorsi's a great character. She also works like at a point you also want to obtain each one of sort of characters like this, because Endorsi has a very powerful kit to where even at one dupe and just being thrown on the battlefield is going to be very good because she can group the enemies and do a lot with that. So getting Endorsi just with a one copy is also going to be a very good thing. If you're chasing sort of future power in the game, then again you want to aim at a character like this, because if purple gets broken, which right now it's already there, you already have a very strong character. You have this character, you have Endorsi in here, you have Rachel in here, you have Anima. Anima's a very good character also because she instantly like replenishes your energy. So running her with this actually is a very cool comp, because you can continuously just feed her more ult and then just continuously ult, because her whole character kit is around ulting. Yeah, so there's many ways to mess around with this. So again, I would recommend to think about who you want to run and what team you want to go for. The two best carry units in the game, in my opinion, are these two, but again, that's not to overshadow what Hats is as a character. He is still very, very powerful, so you can always slot him in and do it that way. But if you were to look for supports, right, he is universally should be on your tier list, simply put. Again, if you're running red element and you think that red element is the one to chase, you have this character also doing very good. So again, if I were to run it, if I were to do it personally, this is what my end off kind of finishing off my thing would be when it comes to my wish list. Yes, there are many characters you get slotted. Yes, Hats is very good. Yes, Rack is also a great tank character. I do think that Vespa, you know, popping up also does very good in the aspect of if you are running a full yellow team. But for now, I think that this is what my actual thing is going to be. When red team comes around, you have two very strong red characters. This character getting power craft will take a little bit of time because she is just simply very freaking good. Now, this being a support character for the red roster, the fact that you have Evan Kill, the fact that you have Viol, when you do get dupes for Viol, he's going to become a monster. That plus, again, this character over here, it's going to be good, right? And I do have a lot of faith in purple, like the purple carry. So I'm going to keep this character listed, and this is what my thing will look like. Again, remember also, if you're looking for support, you don't like Bam as a character, Rachel is a good support character too if you want to go and list her on. But for now, I think that this is what I'm going to main mine like full thing as. We have my two carry units for now. Yeah, in the future you're going to need a third carry unit. So who is your third carry unit? People are still saying that Hats is the third carry unit. Again, I think that we still have to wait for our third carry to release to like fully dupe him or her out. But I do think that she is a powerful character, correct? We have a new blue character coming soon, so before you summon on this banner, maybe you want to go and check how that character does, and then choose to wishlist that character on one of the sub slots. But for the most part, if you want to go support, a universal character character that will last for a while. Being a purple character and hoping that purple gets a buff, this is going to be a very good character. And being a red character that already supports a red category that works, it's pretty good. And then being the best character in the game, in my opinion, that's an SSR, who is absolutely broken. That's the case, right? If you were to look at my, just to show it to you, I already went and duped this character to 4 because she is just busted, or 4 yellow, right? Which is very good. So that's my faith in the character. I still think Vespa's very good too. Again, my hats on my other account is where I actually invest into hats, and I am still happy to say hats is very good. But again, I did hear from a lot of players that, reached higher floors. Hats sort of falls off a little bit. Not that he gets bad, not by any means, no. He's still very good. But definitely, in comparison to some other characters, he may not pull exactly as much weight. But he is still very, very good, okay? So that's what I would say for the wish list. You can go through and check it out. Again, there's a lot of characters to go through. But for me, it's like my wish list will remain like this for a little bit. But yeah, ignore that. But that's all I got for you here today. I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace out, and enjoy. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it.